Hello everyone, this is Dell. Last week on my video blog I talked about exceeding someone's reality as a way of expressing that I may not always share certain parts of myself or certain parts of my path with members of family or some of my friends because it exceeds their reality. It goes beyond what they are able to encompass or see as viable. Well, I want to look at the flip side of that today, which is exceeding our own reality, going beyond what we ever would have envisioned for ourselves, and being even shocked by what we see, and having that sense of being unrecognizable to ourselves. Now, a few years ago, I had this experience powerfully. I went out for a dinner party and ended up in a relationship over time with a man who was a fabulous dancer. And across the months as our relationship grew, I found myself as the quintessential belle of the ball, the center of the dance floor attention. I found myself encouraging him to teach because he was so fabulous at teaching dance, and then teaching with him. In fact, when he was called away suddenly on family business, I ended up teaching some of his classes. I still remember driving through the streets of Fresno, a ways from home, and in his truck, and on my way to teach a swing dance class, and thinking to myself, in what universe is this taking place? Well, you might say, well, nice, Dell, good for you. But what does that have to do with exceeding your reality? Well, I grew up in a very strict fundamental religion in the Midwest as the preacher's daughter. And I was forbidden to do many things that you would think of as normal, including dancing. And when I met the dancing man, I had never danced, and I was 56 years old. Now you know why it exceeded my own reality by a long shot. So I'm wondering now if my story has stirred up in you some experiences of going beyond your own definition of self, going beyond what you thought of yourself as being capable of, going beyond your defined capacity for what you can do and not do, because I had never thought of myself as coordinated. I had never thought of myself or in any way demonstrated in this world that I was a athletic kind of person. And so on so many fronts, I exceeded my own reality. And I'm hoping that listening to this, you will think back, and maybe you don't have too far to think back, maybe last year or even now. What are you doing? What are you creating? What are you risking that exceeds your own reality? And tell me, how does that feel?